All right, let's unpack this YouTube Shorts thing. You're here because, well, you want to know how to actually grow on the platform, right? And you want that info quickly, but, thoroughly.
Exactly.
So we've gathered a whole stack of intel for you. We've
Yeah.
got expert articles. We've got firsthand accounts from creators, deep in the trenches on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And even some specifics on, like, video length and how the algorithm actually thinks.
Yeah, we tried to cover all the bases.
Our mission here, basically cut through all the noise and give you the actionable insights, the stuff you need to make those shorts really pop without feeling completely overwhelmed.
Think of it as your express lane, understanding what's working right now based on a whole bunch of different sources.
Exactly. We've sifted through quite a bit to give you that well-rounded picture of YouTube Shorts today. It's like your curated guide to this whole short-form landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where do we even start? It can feel a bit like shouting into the void sometimes with shorts, can it?
It definitely can.
But one thing keeps coming up again and again, and it's something we know well from, the rest of the online world, SEO.
That's right. Search engine optimization. It isn't just for your long videos or your website. It's absolutely vital for your shorts, too.
Really? Even for shorts?
Absolutely. Think of it like this. It's making sure the right people can actually discover your content in that huge sea of YouTube videos.
Okay, so how do we make the search engine our friend here when we're talking shorts? What are the, effective ways to think about this?
Well, it really boils down to a few key tactics. Keyword research is the foundation.
Yep.
You can use dedicated SEO tools, things like TubeBuddy or vidIQ, to find those relevant terms people are searching for in your niche.
Okay.
But honestly, even simpler. Just start typing potential search terms into the YouTube search bar. See what suggestions pop up.
The autocomplete suggestions.
Exactly. They give you a direct window into what viewers are actually searching for. Maybe focus on question-based keywords or ones that highlight a specific benefit your short offers. Those tend to grab more targeted attention.
Right, those auto suggestions are gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once we have those keywords, where do they actually go for maximum impact in a short?
Pretty much everywhere you can put text related to your short. Your titles, definitely. They need to be intriguing, sure, but also include those keywords naturally. Think of the title as the first hook after the visual.
Okay, title first.
Then your descriptions. Expand a bit there. Weave the keywords in contextually. Give YouTube more info about what your content's about.
Makes sense.
And crucially, don't forget hashtags. The general guidance is use at least 3 relevant hashtags per short.
At least 3.
Yeah, at least 3. It really helps YouTube categorize your content properly and show it to interested viewers.
3 hashtags, got it. Any other text elements we can use for SEO on shorts?
Yes, captions and transcripts, definitely beneficial. Not only do they make your content more accessible, for people watching without sound, but they also provide extra text that YouTube's algorithms can index, which boosts discoverability.
So the text in the captions helps too.
Precisely. And the beauty of it is applying SEO to shorts. It isn't some huge, daunting task. One of our sources even suggested creating a recurring checklist for these SEO tasks, so you remember to do them for every single short.
A checklist. I like that. Makes it seem much more manageable.
Exactly. Makes it a consistent habit, not some overwhelming chore.
Okay, so people can find our shorts. Great. But how do we make them actually watch? This is where I hear so much about the importance of hooks, keeping people engaged in those first crucial seconds.
Absolutely. So we've laid the groundwork for being found, check.
Yeah.
But in the lightning-fast world of shorts, capturing attention, that's a whole different ballgame.
Totally.
In the short-form landscape, you have, seconds, often less than 3, to grab someone before they just swipe away.
Yeah. Well, swipe.
That's where compelling storytelling, even in miniature, comes in. Think about starting with a hook that really grabs them.
Like what?
Maybe a surprising fact, shown visually, posing a relatable problem they instantly get, or asking an intriguing question that sparks curiosity right away.
A hook, like reeling them in.
Yeah.
Okay, what happens next in this mini story to keep that interest going?
Introduce a challenge or a goal early on. That creates narrative drive, even in 30 seconds.
A mini hero's journey.
Kind of.
Yeah.
You quickly present something at the start that the viewer wants to see resolved or learn more about by the end of the short, then enhance that with compelling visuals, keep their eyes busy, trending sounds can help, tapping into current moments.
Right, the sounds.
And even those subtitle captions we just talked about. Make it immersive. Give them less reason to swipe.
Okay, hook them, presented a challenge. How do we wrap it up satisfyingly in under 60 seconds? Make them feel their time was well spent.
You gotta build towards a climax. Provide a resolution to the challenge, a clear answer to the question, or some valuable insight they can use immediately.
Give them the payoff.
Exactly. And for extra impact, maybe consider a circular narrative, where you tie the end back to the beginning in a clever way.
Circular narrative in a short that is clever. Keeps it tight.
Yeah, it provides satisfying closure, makes it more shareable sometimes.
Nice. Now, we've got viewers watching, hopefully all the way through.
Right.
How do we turn those views into, like, a loyal audience? People who come back for more?
That's all about engagement and community building. Think two-way street, not just broadcasting.
Okay.
Responding to comments on your shorts. Great starting point. Shows you value their input, encourages more interaction.
Simple but effective.
You could also host live Q&As, interact in real time, build a more personal connection that way, and don't sleep on the community tab on YouTube.
The community tab, even for shorts creators.
Absolutely. It's not just for long-form folks. Use it for updates, polls to get feedback, share behind-the-scenes stuff to humanize your channel. You can even tease upcoming videos to build anticipation.
Interesting. Our source mentioned K-pop reactor RJ using it just like that, sharing his schedule, getting requests from viewers.
Exactly. It's about keeping that connection going beyond the individual short, making your audience feel like they're part of something.
Yeah.
And actively listening through comments and polls, that gives you invaluable ideas for what content they actually want to see next. Fuels your future videos.
Makes total sense. So our shorts are findable, engaging, we're building community. What about those little squares people see before they even click? Thumbnails. They're huge on regular YouTube.
They are incredibly important, yes. But maybe not exactly where you think for shorts. They matter for visibility outside the direct shorts feed.
Outside the feed, like where?
Well, custom thumbnails don't show up on the shorts feed itself right now, but they do show up in other crucial places where people might find your shorts, like on your channel page, in the subscriptions tab for your followers, in recommended videos on the homepage, and definitely in YouTube search results.
Okay, so not on the scrolling feed, but everywhere else.
Exactly. So if you want to maximize clicks from those areas, don't ignore the power of a compelling thumbnail for your overall channel presence.
Okay, so we can't set a custom one on the feed. So what's the workaround? How do we grab attention in those other discovery zones?
For now, the key is strategic use of clear in-video text, right at the very beginning of your short.
In the video itself.
Yeah. It essentially acts as a preview, kind of mini thumbnail, when it's viewed in those other areas. It's the first visual cue telling people what the video is about, why they should click.
So make the first frame count, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
And definitely worth A/B testing different text styles, fonts, layouts in those first few frames. See what gets the best click-through rates in those secondary spots. The hope or expectation in the creator community is that YouTube will eventually allow custom thumbnails for shorts directly. So, keep an eye out for that feature.
Good to know about the in-video text as a proxy. Okay, now, to keep things fresh, avoid audience fatigue. We can't just do the same type of short over and over, can we?
Absolutely not. Just like successful long-form creators diversify, shorts creators really need to explore different formats. It attracts different segments of your audience, keeps the channel dynamic interesting. Think about strategically blending formats in your content calendar.
Okay, give me some concrete examples. What kinds of formats work well for short form?
Well, quick, actionable tips are huge. Concise how-tos, step-by-step hacks, sharing expert knowledge in bite-sized pieces.
Yeah, those are great.
Behind-the-scenes glimpses are always popular, humanizes your brand, builds rapport. Short vlogs can create that personal connection, letting viewers into your world a bit. Even brief interview clips, maybe pulled from longer chats, like that finance creator example, interviewing experts, brings fresh perspectives.
Right.
Trend surfing, if you do it authentically, can add relevance, and directly addressing audience questions or requests. Build strong community. Lifestyle creator Lucy Fink, for instance, uses a really wide variety of these short-form styles effectively.
Experiment.
Definitely. Experiment. Track what resonates best with your specific audience.
Experimentation is key, finding that sweet spot. All right, let's talk money, the part that makes it sustainable long-term. Monetization. Can you actually earn real money with YouTube Shorts?
Yes, absolutely. Since 2023, shorts have become a pretty significant way to monetize, but there are key strategies and, importantly, eligibility requirements you need to know.
Okay, requirements first.
Yeah. First off, you need to meet the YouTube Partner Program benchmarks. That means a minimum number of subscribers and either enough valid public watch hours on your long-form content or a certain number of shorts views within a specific time frame. Staying up to date on the latest YouTube monetization policies is absolutely crucial here.
Right, got to meet the criteria. Then what? What are the different ways Shorts creators actually generate revenue?
So familiarize yourself with the features available for Shorts. Primarily, that's ad revenue, from ads viewed between Shorts in the Shorts feed.
Okay, ads in the feed.
Yeah. Additionally, if you also do long form and meet those criteria, you can enable channel memberships. Fans pay recurring fees for perks.
Memberships too, nice.
Features like Super Chat and Super Stickers during live streams or premieres can also contribute. Viewers pay to highlight their messages.
Okay.
You can also explore brand collaborations, sponsored content, product placements within your shorts. Just always be transparent with your audience about sponsored stuff.
Transparency is key, yeah.
And setting up a Patreon or similar platform gives your community a direct way to support you financially. And of course, track your earnings diligently through YouTube Analytics. See what's working financially, refine your strategies.
Track those earnings essential.
Yeah.
Speaking of analytics, that seems like an absolutely vital tool specifically for understanding Shorts performance, right?
It absolutely is. YouTube Shorts analytics are basically your compass. They give clear insights into what content is really resonating and, just as importantly, what's not. Regularly checking those key metrics isn't optional anymore. It's fundamental to a successful Shorts strategy.
Which specific metrics should we be paying the closest attention to when we're looking at our Shorts performance?
Average view duration, or AVD, total watch time your shorts are getting, and the various engagement rates, likes, comments, shares. Those are the big three.
AVD, watch time, engagement.
Yeah, monitor those consistently. Understanding what those numbers mean is step one. Then, set aside time to routinely review your analytics. Look for trends, spikes, drops.
Be proactive about it.
Exactly. This data can then directly inform your content strategy. Experiment intentionally different styles, lengths, posting times, then analyze the impact on those key metrics. See what works best for your channel.
Makes sense.
But don't just rely on the numbers, the quantitative stuff. Actively read the comments, engage with feedback for those qualitative insights. Numbers don't tell the whole story.
Good point.
And remember this key thing. The YouTube Shorts algorithm heavily prioritizes average view duration more than likes or comments.
Really, AVD over likes.
Yeah. The longer viewers consistently watch your shorts, the more the algorithm tends to favor and distribute your content.
AVD is king, for the algorithm noted. Now, to consistently get that valuable watch time, a regular posting schedule seems incredibly important, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Developing a consistent posting schedule is crucial, both for keeping your existing audience anticipating your next short and for cultivating that rhythm that boosts channel growth and visibility long term. It's basically like making a reliable promise to your viewers.
Okay, so how do we realistically nail down a consistent schedule? One that works for us and our audience.
First, decide on a frequency that's genuinely sustainable for you. Daily, 3 times a week, every other day, whatever.
Be realistic.
Exactly. Stick to it consistently and clearly communicate your schedule to your audience so they know when to expect stuff. Avoid that trap of overcommitting and burning out. Consistency beats bursts followed by silence.
Right.
Consider content batching. Creating and editing multiple videos in one go. It's a real time saver, helps maintain that flow.
Batching is smart.
Maintain a small backlog of evergreen content too. Stuff that isn't time sensitive for those off weeks or creative blocks. And use YouTube's scheduling tool strategically. Post when your specific audience is most active.
How do we know when that is?
Your YouTube analytics will tell you. Check the Audience tab. Our source mentioned K-pop reactor Caitlin Benson using the Community tab effectively to keep her audience looped in on her schedule.
Transparency and planning sounds solid, sustainable. Now, beyond just the content quality and consistency, how do we make ourselves stand out, memorable, recognizable in this crowded short space?
That's where building a recognizable personal brand comes in. Your personal brand is essentially your unique identity, your voice, your visual style. It's what differentiates you from everyone else in your niche.
It's what makes people choose your shorts.
Precisely.
So what are some actual steps we can take to build that strong personal brand within our shorts?
Authenticity is paramount. Be genuinely yourself. Viewers can usually tell when someone isn't being real.
Be real, okay?
Maintain a consistent visual theme. Across your shorts, other online presence, think strategically, color palette. Fonts in text overlays, even recurring elements on screen, like Ali Abdaal's signature t-shirts,
Yeah, the t-shirt is visual consistency.
develop a distinct, recognizable voice and tone. Is it humorous? Educational? Inspirational? Whatever it is, be consistent. Don't just show the highlights either. Share parts of your journey, your process, your personality. Builds connection.
Show the process, not just the result.
Exactly. Clearly articulate your unique value. What will people gain from watching your shorts? Actively build community, engage with comments, interact elsewhere, and establish clear content pillars, themes that align with your brand's core values. They provide a framework, keep you focused.
Consistency, authenticity, clear value. Great branding principles. Let's circle back to the videos themselves. Shorts have that hard 60-second limit, right?
Yeah.
But is there an ideal length for maximizing engagement?
Well, 60 seconds is the absolute max, yes. But the truly ideal length, it's surprisingly variable. Depends on a lot of factors specific to your content and audience. The best approach is really to experiment actively. Try different lengths, 15 seconds minimum, up to the full minute. Then dig into your analytics. See what your audience demonstrably prefers for retention and engagement.
So definitely not a one-size-fits-all answer then.
Not at all. Think about the nature of your content. A quick tip might only need 15-25 seconds. A mini story might need closer to 60. Look at your metrics beyond just views. Longer shorts might get more total watch time, maybe more comments. Shorter ones might get higher, like ratios or shares.
Different metrics for different lengths.
Could be. Ultimately, prioritize viewer retention over hitting some arbitrary length target. A longer short that keeps people engaged is generally better for the algorithm than a short one people drop off from quickly.
Retention is key.
Yeah. Interestingly, some creators find shorts over 50 seconds actually perform really well if the content stays compelling all the way through. And, again, don't underestimate asking your audience directly what lengths they prefer.
Audience feedback, always valuable.
Yeah.
Okay, we're creating engaging shorts, building our brand. How do we effectively reach more people beyond just YouTube?
That's where strategic cross-promotion comes in. Across other relevant platforms, don't just keep your content on YouTube.
Okay, where else?
Actively share your new shorts on other social media that aren't primarily video, like Twitter or X, LinkedIn, maybe even Threads. Use platform-specific features like Instagram Stories or Twitter Threads to add context, behind-the-scenes stuff, teasers that link back to your short on YouTube.
Smart. Use the platform's strengths.
Exactly. And make sure your YouTube Shorts links are easy to find. In your bios and posts, stories, fashion creator Madeline White, for example, saw big growth by strategically repurposing her TikTok stuff onto Shorts.
Leveraging existing content, expanding platform presence. Smart, efficient. What about connecting with other creators? Collaborations. Any benefit there?
Collaborations can be incredibly powerful, a catalyst for exposing your channel to totally new audiences you might not reach otherwise.
How so?
When you team up with creators whose content aligns with yours, topic, audience, but not identical, you tap into their viewers while giving your audience fresh content.
Okay, makes sense. How do we make collaborations actually work well, make them mutually beneficial?
Start with thorough research. Find collaborators whose content resonates, whose audience fits, then reach out with a personalized message. Clearly outline the mutual benefits. Be transparent about goals, expectations.
Manage expectations up front.
Crucial. Allow creative freedom too, so both creators bring their unique style. And perhaps most importantly, promote the collaboration widely on all your respective channels. Maximize its reach. Think of creators like Colin and Samir interviewing others. Those guests often share the interview with their own audiences too.
Collaboration for shared growth. Perfect. Now let's talk about those super catchy tunes and sounds we hear everywhere on Shorts. What role do they play?
Using trending music and sounds can definitely enhance engagement, yeah. And potentially boost discoverability. YouTube has its own big audio library you can explore, but also keep an eye on trending audio on places like TikTok. Identify popular sounds that might fit your content. There are licensed music platforms, too.
So is it as simple as just slapping any trending sound on a short for more views?
Not exactly. The key is creative integration. Thoughtful integration with your visuals, your storyline.
Make it fit.
Yeah. Choose audio that genuinely aligns with the tone and theme, enhances the experience, and be really mindful of music licensing. The monetization implications. It's generally safest to stick with royalty-free audio from YouTube's library or licensed tracks from reputable platforms. Avoid copyright issues.
Right, licensing. Important.
Interestingly, one source highlighted Adeline Morin having viral success with a song that wasn't even really trending. Suggests compelling content is still king.
Creative integration, careful licensing. Got it. What about jumping on trending challenges or topics that pop up online?
Strategically engaging with relevant trends and broader topics can be highly effective for boosting visibility, connecting with that wider online community.
How do we do that well?
Keep an eye on various platforms within your niche. Identify trends gaining traction that align with your content. But crucially, don't just copy. Add your own unique spin or perspective. Make it feel authentic to your brand, resonate with your audience.
Make your own.
Exactly. And try to jump on trends while they're still hot for maximum impact, while sticking to ethical guidelines, avoiding anything forced.
Unique adaptation, timely engagement. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, even if we feel we have a good handle on our niche, it's always good to see what others are doing successfully, right?
Absolutely. Even if you're seeing good results, continuously researching what other creators in your niche are doing effectively is incredibly valuable.
What should we look for?
Regularly check out their top-performing shorts. Analyze their engagement metrics, views, likes, comments, shares. Look for recurring themes, successful styles, effective presentation. But the goal isn't just to replicate them. It's to understand what's working in your space, then find your own unique, innovative approach to stand out.
Learn, don't copy.
Precisely. Use keyword and hashtag research too. Stay informed on trending topics in your niche. It's all about having that learning mindset, being willing to adapt based on what you see.
Continuous learning, strategic adaptation, essential. What about repurposing content? Taking existing, maybe longer stuff and making shorts out of it.
Thoughtfully repurposing can be super efficient. Extends the life and reach of your existing videos.
Yeah.
But you have to do it correctly. Follow YouTube's monetization rules.
What are the rules?
Direct, unedited copying is generally discouraged, can even lead to penalties. But there are exceptions, like reaction videos are usually okay, seen as adding original commentary, your own spin.
Okay, so how do we repurpose effectively and ethically?
Choose existing content that's highly relevant, has potential for re-engagement. Then, edit it specifically for the short-form format. That often means adding dynamic music, trimming ruthlessly, maybe rearranging sequences, adding engaging text overlays.
Edit for impact.
Exactly. Adding your own fresh reactions, commentary, or updated insights provides new value. And if you're repurposing someone else's content, beyond reactions, always get permissions. Follow YouTube guidelines, copyright rules carefully. Our source mentioned cooking creator Future Canoe, who often recreates popular recipes from other platforms in his own style in short form.
Add significant value, respect IP. Crucial. Okay, we've covered a ton of expert advice, strategic insights, but we also looked at what creators themselves are saying on Reddit. What were some key takeaways from those first-hand accounts?
Yeah, those Reddit threads were really insightful, candid perspectives from creators actually doing it. One recurring thing was managing expectations, especially early on. The algorithm's timeline can feel unpredictable.
Yeah, I bet.
Some users really emphasize focusing on compelling thumbnails and titles initially, noting the shorts audience often skews younger.
Interesting demographic point.
But then, contrastingly, another creator with kid-friendly content saw rapid growth without optimizing thumbnail styles heavily. Suggests audience and content type really matter.
Fascinating contrasts. What other practical advice came up in those Reddit discussions?
Posting consistency was huge, mentioned a lot. Some even suggested posting multiple times a day.
Wow, multiple times.
Yeah. And the importance of analyzing audience retention, watch time closely, then editing shorts down to the length where viewers actually stay engaged.
Editing to the engagement point.
Exactly. One interesting strategy shared was using shorts to boost long-form discoverability by keeping the style similar, attracting a consistent audience. A language learning creator reported big subscriber growth from shorts, crediting optimizing titles, tags, hashtags for targeting, plus experimenting with presentation.
So targeting matters.
Definitely. There were also recurring comments about shorts sometimes plateauing around 10K views for some creators, leading to speculation about algorithm testing phases or something.
Mysterious algorithm.
Right, and its unpredictability was highlighted by stories of older shorts suddenly spiking in views way later. The basic importance of titles and thumbnails accurately reflecting the content was also stressed.
Makes sense.
One creator saw initial success, then a decline, wondering if posting long-form content hurt their shorts traffic. Lots of questions still.
Yeah, lots of variables.
And on a more critical note, one comment suggested a lot of shorts might be low quality, maybe even AI generated, advising people to limit YouTube if they dislike shorts. Another described a viral short leading to weird performance on labor shorts.
So a real mix of experiences, challenges, theories from the community. One thread even broke down the analytics of a viral short. What did we learn from that?
That was super insightful. It highlighted swiped vs swiped away, or SVSA, the percentage who kept watching versus swiped.
SVSA. Okay.
The recommendation was aimed for at least 60–70% XVSA for a better chance at virality. Their example short hit around 80%.
Wow, 80%.
They credited an interesting topic, getting straight to the point, a strong opening edit, and using sound effects and overlays early to grab attention. It also strongly reinforced the importance of average view duration, AVD, clarifying that while longer shorts can get higher AVD in seconds, a high percentage retention, even on shorter videos, is what the algorithm likes.
Percentage retention over absolute time.
Generally, yeah. Their example viral short had a 32-second AVD, which was an amazing 93.4% retention of its total length.
Incredible retention. Why so high?
They said it was minimizing chances for viewers to get bored and swipe, plus a really strong curiosity-inducing hook right at the start.
So SVSA for the initial grab, AVD for sustained engagement, seems like crucial metrics. What were the main takeaways from that viral short analysis?
It underscored that consistent shorts growth isn't always the norm. Aiming for high SVSA and AVD are both crucial indicators, maybe favoring longer but engaging shorts slightly. And viral success isn't just luck, it takes effort in scripting, recording, editing.
It takes work.
Definitely. The creator even recommended avoiding shorts under 20 seconds unless they loop perfectly. It was also pointed out that other factors beyond SVSA and AVD matter for virality, shareability, effective SEO.
Right, it's complex.
Another commenter shared having high AVD and SVFA but limited views, suggesting target audience relevance is also key.
Audience fit matters too.
Yeah. And interestingly, the main traffic source for that viral short was overwhelmingly the shorts feed itself. Shows the power of that internal discovery.
Lots of valuable data from that example. Now, there was also a specific format identified in another Reddit analysis, looking at over 300 videos with 1M reviews, the insider tip hack format. Sounds intriguing. Tell us about that.
Yes, this format seems remarkably effective. Goes viral across many niches. Its appeal. It feels exclusive, gives immediate value, and is surprisingly easy to make under 5 minutes. The analysis even provided a pretty specific 30-second script template common in these high performers.
The template for viral shorts. Listeners will want this.
Okay, so it usually starts with a hook as a screen caption, suggesting a secret or trick. Then the creator positions themselves as an insider. Here's a gatekept tip, or nobody talks about this.
Negates intrigue.
Exactly. Then quickly highlight the unique benefit of the hack. Make it relevant by linking it to a common scenario in the niche, often followed by suspense building. Every time you do common thing, do this instead.
Setting up the reveal.
Right. Then reveal the hack itself, one concise, easy sentence. Often add extra value, like describing a personalization. Reinforce it with a brief success story or example.
Incredibility.
Yeah. And usually ends with a clear call to action. Follow for more niche tips.
Simple call to action.
And the steps to make it. Edit the script, read it clearly on camera, add the hook overlay, ideally add captions, post. High production value isn't necessarily needed.
Wow. Sounds surprisingly straightforward, but effective. Taps into that desire for insider info. Okay, finally, let's talk about the engine driving all this. The YouTube Shorts algorithm. What are the key things to understand about how it works now in 2025?
Well, its main job is ranking and distributing shorts to personalized feeds, the most influential factor it weighs. Direct viewer behavior.
What kind of behavior?
How long people watch, that swipe versus view ratio,
Yeah.
SCSA, and the overall average watch time, AVD. Those are huge. But it also considers other interconnected factors: a viewer's watch history, their past engagement, the channel's posting frequency,
Right.
topical relevance to trends and keywords, how the channel's long-form content does, indicating overall health, strategic use of hashtags, metadata titles, descriptions, and that initial push new uploads get to test performance.
Lots of signals.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's designed to favor high-quality content. Well-tagged, appealing, strong retention. And while it's always being tweaked, there haven't been any major fundamental updates announced recently as of 2025.
Okay, so viewer behavior is paramount.
Mm-hmm.
What are some actionable tips, then, to work with the algorithm's preferences effectively?
Generally, maybe reconsider aggressive calls to action right at the very start. They can hurt watch time. Stay informed on trends, not just YouTube trends, but TikTok too. Look for relevant opportunities. Focus intensely on hooking viewers in those first 3 seconds. Prevent the swipe. Use precise, targeted SEO, keyword research tools, check top shorts results for your keywords to see what's working.
New homework.
Exactly. Be careful reposting from other platforms, avoid watermarks. Algorithm tends to prefer original content. Choose video length strategically, what best suits the content and maximizes retention. Publish when your specific audience is most active. Check YouTube Studio Analytics for that.
Use the data.
Yeah. And compare your channel with competitors using the analytics and research tabs in Studio. There's even a little hack replace shorts with watch in a competitor's short URL. Sometimes lets you see their metadata.
Sneaky. Good tip.
But the most crucial takeaway, internalize this. The audience is the algorithm.
Yeah.
Your primary focus should always be creating content that delights, engages, and retains your target audience.
The audience is the algorithm. I like that. Brings the focus back to the viewers. Now, we touched on length earlier, but let's just clarify the technical rules and maybe unofficial best practices for shorts length in 2025.
Okay, officially. Minimum 15 seconds, maximum 60 seconds. Worth noting again, if you use music from YouTube's own library, you're limited to 15 seconds max due to licensing.
Ah, right, the music library limit.
Aspect ratio required is vertical 9.16. Recommended resolution 1920 high by 1080 wide. And while you can use the full 60 seconds, it's generally observed shorter, concise clips often perform better for retention and engagement. Many successful shorts fall between 15 and 60 seconds, often somewhere in the middle.
So while we can go to 60, shorter and punchier might often be more effective for holding attention in that fast feed.
That's a good general principle, yeah. The ideal length is really contextual, though. Depends on audience, content type, brand style, video elements, if it's part of a series, insights from past content.
Many factors.
Totally. Research successful shorts in your niche. See their typical lengths, engagement, experiment with different lengths yourself, analyze your analytics, find your sweet spot. A comedy skit might need less time than an educational short, right?
Makes sense.
Interestingly, data suggests over 70% of successful shorts do exceed that 15-second minimum. And some evidence suggests shorts over 50 seconds can get more views and engagement if they keep people captivated the whole time. And as always, asking your audience about length preferences can guide you.
Experiment, research, listen to the audience. Valuable strategy. Okay, to bring this deep dive home, can you summarize the core benefits? Why should creators invest time and effort into shorts? What are the key advantages?
The benefits are pretty significant, definitely multifaceted. First, it's a powerful way to reach a new audience segment on YouTube, achieve substantial channel growth. Shorts viewership growth has been huge year over year.
New reach, okay.
You get increased discoverability via the dedicated Shorts feed, exposes your stuff to people who might not see your long form. It can lead to way more audience engagement, overall channel visibility, because the algorithm favors engaging content.
More engagement.
Compared to long form, shorts are generally easier, faster to create, allows more frequent uploads, more experimentation.
Easier production.
They're also inherently shareable across other platforms, extending their reach, and they offer a rapid way to test content ideas. Gauge audience interest quickly, often within 48 hours.
Quick testing ground.
Crucially, for new and channels starting out, shorts can be a game changer. Often get thousands of views even with few subscribers. Provides vital early momentum. Plus, successful short topics can be expanded into longer videos. Creates a nice content ecosystem.
Reaching new audiences, easier creation, rapid testing, boost for new channels. Those are really compelling reasons to get into shorts. So wow, today we've covered a huge amount. From SEO and storytelling to thumbnails, content diversification, monetization, analytics, consistency, branding, length experimentation, cross-promotion, collaboration, trends, competitor analysis, repurposing, those Reddit insights, the viral insider tip format, understanding the algorithm, and the overall benefits.
It was a lot.
It really was a comprehensive overview. Hopefully, you listening are now feeling significantly more informed and equipped to navigate this dynamic world of YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, and while there's no single magic formula, right, consistently focusing on audience engagement, creating high-quality, compelling content, and always trying to understand and adapt to the platform's dynamics, those are definitely crucial steps for sustainable growth.
Exactly. So thinking about all these insights and strategies we've explored today, what's the one key aspect of your own YouTube Shorts strategy that you're now most inspired to maybe explore further or perhaps even change entirely? We really encourage you to take a moment, reflect on your next steps, and think about how you can apply this knowledge to your own journey in the, well, ever-evolving world of short-form video.